On March 31st, 1995, the brightest star in Latin music walked into a Days Inn motel in Corpus Christi, Texas, and never walked back out. Less than an hour later, the Queen of Tejano was dying from a gunshot wound to the shoulder, running for her life, leaving a trail of blood behind her, desperately naming her killer. The betrayal? It came from someone she called family. This is not just the story of a murder. This is the story of how fame, obsession, and control destroyed one of the most beloved voices in music history. If you found value in this story so far, a like really helps the channel, and subscribing makes sure you don't miss what comes next. Selena Quintanilla wasn't born a star, but from the beginning, there was something different about her. Born on April 16, 1971, in Lake Jackson, Texas, she was the youngest of 3 children in a tight-knit Mexican-American family. Her father, Abraham Quintanilla, had once been a musician himself, and when he heard his daughter sing, he knew this wasn't just talent, this was once in a generation. By the time Selena was 9, she was already performing with the family band. At first, it was backyard parties, weddings, and roadside restaurants. Anywhere they could plug in a speaker. The family lived gig to gig, often in a cramped tour bus, barely making ends meet. But something was happening. Selena didn't even speak fluent Spanish yet, but when she sang in it, she made it hers. The power of her voice, the way she moved, the connection she made with the crowd, it wasn't ordinary. It was electric.
The people of Texas have voted Selena Quintanilla.
By 1987, at just 15 years old, she won Female Vocalist of the Year at the Tejano Music Awards, a title she'd hold nearly every year for the next decade. From there, the rise was meteoric. Her 1994 album, Amor Prohibido, delivered back-to-back hits, Bidi Bidi Bom Bom and No Me Queda Más, and the title track, songs that still echo on Latin radio stations today. But Selena wasn't just a singer, she was a cultural force. In a genre dominated by men, she didn't just compete, she led. She designed her own stage outfits, including the now iconic purple jumpsuit from her final Astrodome concert. She launched 2 fashion boutiques. She blended traditional Tejano with cumbia, R&B, pop, modernizing the genre for a new generation. Behind her was a loyal team. Her brother A.B. wrote many of her biggest hits. Her sister Suzette played drums, and her guitarist, Chris Perez, became the love of her life. They married in secret in 1992, against her father's wishes, but their bond only grew stronger. Selena had it all: talent, charisma, ambition. She was on the edge of a historic crossover into English-language pop. But while the spotlight was growing, so was something darker, and it was coming from someone she trusted the most.
How you met her? Well, Selena had, she had an aura of attracting you to her. She would draw you to dance with her. She wanted you to feel what she was feeling. And so it draw you to that. And maybe I was feeling like her. Maybe I was feeling down. Maybe I was feeling depressed. Maybe I was feeling joyful. She brought you into that.
Yolanda Saldivar wasn't just a fan. She was the president of Selena's official fan club, and eventually the manager of her boutiques. Trusted, close, almost like family. Selena called her sister, and Yolanda clung to that closeness with dangerous intensity. At first, she seemed loyal. She ran the fan club efficiently, helped with promotions, and became a fixture at Selena's side. But as her power grew, cracks began to show. Complaints from fans and employees began piling up. Allegations of unpaid wages, missing merchandise, even threats. Then, in early 1995, Abraham uncovered evidence that Yolanda had been embezzling money. Over $30,000 was missing. Selena was devastated. She didn't want to believe it, but the evidence was there. Still, she met with Yolanda at a Corpus Christi motel to retrieve financial documents. She went alone. What happened next is known, but not fully understood.
This is 6 News at 6 with today's top story. One of the biggest stars in Tejano music, Corpus Christi's Selena is dead.
Chris, the world has lost a dynamite performer and an all-around super lady.
Grammy Award-winning music star Selena has been shot and killed in Texas.
On the morning of March 31st, 1995, Selena entered room 158 of the Days Inn. She demanded the missing paperwork. The conversation escalated. Yolanda claimed she had been assaulted in Mexico and begged Selena not to abandon her. Selena offered to take her to the hospital. The two left for the clinic, but the doctors found no signs of assault. Back at the motel, Selena confronted Yolanda again, and at 11:48 a.m., as she turned to leave, Yolanda pulled a .38 caliber Taurus revolver from her purse and shot Selena in the lower right shoulder, severing an artery. Selena ran, bleeding. She made it to the lobby, collapsed on the floor, and with her final breath, named her killer.
911 emergency. We need a police officer. Someone's been shot over here at Navigation, Days Inn. At Days Inn? Yes. Okay, what room number? Huh? What room number? She's out here on the parking lot, 158. Okay, who shot her? The lady in 158 shot the lady over here. Okay, is the lady in 158 still there? I don't know. They shot somebody. She's taking off. She's with a vehicle on foot? She's in a vehicle on foot. They don't know. Well, we need somebody can give us some information so we can get the suspect. I've already got the ambulance and the police over there. They're en route. I need a car. I need a race car. What does she look like? Her name? Yes. Yolanda. Yolanda? Uh-huh. She's a suspect? Yes, ma'am. What's her last name? S-A-L-D-I-V-I-A. S-A-L-D. She's with Selena Incorporated, the lady from the singer. Okay, if y'all come across any information about the suspect, you call me right back, okay? Yes. All right, bye-bye.
Yolanda fled to her pickup truck and locked herself inside, gun still in hand. For over 9 hours, she held police in a tense standoff, threatening suicide. Eventually, she surrendered, but never took responsibility. To this day, she claims the shooting was an accident. Forensic evidence, the angle of the shot, and witness testimony all say otherwise. Selena was just 23. Her death stunned the world. Tens of thousands attended her funeral. Radio stations went silent. Schools in South Texas closed. People cried in the streets like they'd lost a sister. Her posthumous English-language album, Dreaming of You, debuted at #1. An unprecedented achievement. It was the crossover that was meant to make her a global icon, and instead, it became a memorial. Her family was left to preserve her legacy. They opened the Selena Museum in Corpus Christi, filled with her stage outfits, her red Porsche, even her makeup brushes. Her father fiercely protected her name, suing companies that used her likeness without permission. Her husband, Chris Perez, released a memoir years later, describing a love story both passionate and tragic. Yolanda Saldivar was sentenced to life in prison, with the possibility of parole after 30 years. She became eligible in March 2025, but her request was denied. Her next chance at parole won't come until 2030. Decades later, Selena's voice still echoes, not just in music, but in culture. Murals across Los Angeles, MAC makeup collections, fan tributes, a Hollywood Walk of Fame star, a Google Doodle, Netflix series, academic books, college courses. She became more than a singer. She became a symbol of Latina power, cultural pride, and the cost of trust misplaced. And even now, her fans wonder, how could someone so loved, so talented, so irreplaceable have been lost to something so senseless? If you found this story compelling and want to see more deep dives into iconic figures and the dark truths behind them, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you never miss a drop. Every video explores the strange, the tragic, and the unforgettable. Thanks for watching. And remember to stay curious, because sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.